Hello my beautiful friends, it's Mimi here today, and today I'm going to be sharing with you my June favorites. I actually have quite a lot of things today to share with you, from books to accessories to clothes, so let's just get started. Alright, so I'm going to start with this hat. This is the perfect boat straw hat, and I've been looking for one for such a long time, and I found this one. The funny story is I found this one in a little kiosk on a street in Paris last year, and it cost me like maybe 10 euros. It's the perfect little hat. I think it's perfect when you're traveling somewhere warm, or in the summer you can just wear it to hide yourself from the sun. What I really love about this hat is that with any outfit it just adds that little bit of touch of French Riviera vibe, so I think it's the perfect little summer hat. Obviously I bought it on the street, so I don't have the link to this particular hat, but I'm gonna try to find some similar and link everything down below, so make sure to check my info box for all information and for all the details and all the links. Next favorite of the month is actually a favorite for the last 2 months. I've been eating this, and what is this? This is coconut flakes. These are actually raw, so uncooked or unbaked coconut flakes. These are amazing. They're super nutritious. They're super delicious. It's the best snack you can have on the go. I bought it, I think, a couple of months ago when we were in New York, and I bought the toasted version. There's a lot of them out there right now, guys. I just want to mention one thing. When you're buying coconut flakes, coconut chips, that's what they call them. Coconut flakes, coconut chips, it's all the same thing. When you're buying them, just make sure that you pick up the package and you make sure that there's no sugar added, because a lot of them have sugar added. This is just raw and pure the way it is. It's nice. I personally still love the toasted ones. You can also buy raw and toast it yourself if you want. One brand that does it really well is called Blue Monkey, so they sell toasted coconut chips and no sugar added. They are so delicious. It's like Bounty but better, because Bounty obviously has a lot of unnatural stuff and a lot of nasty sugars. So it's like Bounty but without all the other nasty things in it. I definitely recommend trying this out, especially if you're on the go or if you're traveling, let's say on the plane, and you don't want to eat the plane food because it's not that great for you. Just grab this. It's the best snack you'll ever try. And now I'm gonna show you my favorite dress of the summer so far. I think this is the perfect summer dress, just the way it feels when it's on the body. It's very light, I believe cotton fabric, and also just the detail on the shoulders, that I think it's called cold shoulders, so when you have this big cutout on the shoulders, it's super beautiful, it's super feminine. When you lift your sleeves, you have this wing action going on. It's just very light. I think it's the perfect holiday dress if you're in a resort or just somewhere hot, but also if it's really hot in the city where you live. This is the perfect thing to put on and go out about your day and look very fancy and cute. Next, I'm gonna share with you some of my I'm doing this. I'm gonna share with you some of my new bling, some of my new accessories that I got this past month, and I honestly have been wearing them ever since I got them. So I got 3 new rings, and I mean, I love all of them, and I've been wearing them every single day since I got them. They're all from a brand called Me Jewelry. It's a Canadian-based company, and they do a lot of great unique design jewelry. This one, for example, is super cute and unique. It has a few pearls at the top and a few gemstones at the bottom. This one is just plain with the little diamonds. Of course, these are not real. And then this one is just simple. It's got sort of tiny beads. I just think these are perfect for everyday. Gold, silver, I mean, they have other variety, but of course I love gold, so I just stick to gold. They're perfect, they're beautiful, and what I really like about these particular ones is that, as you guys know, I wear rings all the time, and I usually don't bother to take them off when I wash my hands. These ones so far have lasted, and they look great. I mean, I don't see any residue or any color coming off them, even though these are not real gold. So far so great. While I'm on the topic of accessories, I'm gonna show you another favorite accessory of the month, and it's something I'm wearing on my ears right now. So these are really cool looking earrings that I got from Wanderlust & Co. jewelry company that I mentioned before. What I really like about these earrings, at first they didn't look like anything special, but when you put it on, you see just the design itself is super cool. I mean, I've never had anything like this. It's a really cool design. I mean, I'm gonna open it so you guys can see how it works. So it's just like a stud, and you could just wear the stud separately, of course, and then it plugs into this thing that has more gemstones in it. So once it's in your ear and once you put it in, it just creates this little beautiful bouquet of crystals that makes it look like it's sort of floating under your ear. So it's really super cool design. I mean, I got so many compliments on it because I think when people notice it, they're like, wow, those are really cool earrings. So yeah, I've been loving this and wearing them every day. Next favorite of the month is this beautiful classy dress from American Apparel. It's black with little tiny little polka dots in white. When I first tried this dress, it's a bodycon, so it's very tight on the body. I wasn't sure if I'm gonna be comfortable wearing it throughout the day, and of course if I'm not comfortable, I'm not gonna buy it. So I spent maybe 10 minutes in the change room just like sitting down, getting up, and something that I definitely recommend when you're buying something, just like use it. So try to use it as much as you can in the change room, you know, sit down, move your hands up and down, dance, do whatever, just to see if you are feeling comfortable in it. And after about 10 minutes I was like, yeah, I can breathe in this, and I can sit down and I can still feel comfortable and not restrained, especially in the stomach area, because if you have something that's like pushing and tight and you wear it all throughout the day, it's not going to be good for your body. And if it's not good for your body, as good as it looks, it's not worth it. So yeah, on that note, the dress passed the test. It looks beautiful, sexy without really showing anything. It's got a little split here at the back, which I think is super beautiful. Again, it's not really showing much, but it's just a little perfect dress that you can wear to work, that you can wear on an evening out. It's a very versatile piece. I love it. Next favorite of the month is actually an app, yay for apps, and it's called Periscope. I've heard about Periscope for the last few months and I was like, oh my god, not a new app. I'm just like overwhelmed with all this information and new apps emerging all the time, but this one is actually super cool. Alex have told me about it and he's like, you gotta start using it, you gotta start using it. And I recently downloaded it literally a few days ago and I think it's super awesome. I started playing with it, and what I think is really great about Periscope compared to, let's say, Snapchat or Instagram or even YouTube, Periscope is this app where you can watch somebody live. So I think it just takes the relationship of you and the other person that you're watching to a whole different level. I mean, I haven't used it yet, so I've just played around with it, but I'm so excited to use it. And if you guys follow me on Twitter, because I think you have to have a Twitter account to use Periscope, so if you follow me on Twitter, if you have a Twitter account, let's do this. I'm gonna be trying this out probably in the next few days, and I hope to see you there so we can chat, because the way I understand it works is that you guys can see me and you can ask questions in lifetime, and I think it's just like mind-blowing how technology allows us to communicate. I mean, there's nothing closer than being live. This is just totally mind-blowing. So definitely favorite app of the month because it's just revolutionizing the way we communicate. So we're live, first time on Periscope. I was just filming a new favorites video. You guys are the best, yes! They're teaching me how to use Periscope and Kat is documenting everything. This is very intimate and close. I feel like I can just take off my phone anytime and just start chatting with you. Next favorite of the month is a book that I've been listening to for the past month. It's a long book, it's about 18 hours, but it's fascinating, interesting, and definitely life-changing. It's a book that talks about healing trauma, and it's called The Body Keeps the Score by Bessel van der Kolk, the author and a psychiatrist. The fascinating part about this book is that it talks about trauma, which many of us have experienced. It says that if trauma is not properly treated after it happens, it stores in the body and you cannot be fully present, or you cannot fully enjoy your life in the present moment. And it could be something that happened to you a few days ago, or it could be something that happened to you when you were a child. Any kind of trauma that is not properly dealt with is taking away from your life. So you're not truly living, you're not truly present, and you're not truly alive. And the reason I think it's important to read this book, if you're dealing with people, if you're maybe a yoga instructor, if you're a teacher, if you deal with people, and I think all of us in some way deal with people, we need to understand psychology and how human mind works. But most importantly, understanding yourself and allowing yourself to heal, because I believe that all of us have experienced some sort of trauma. I personally have some trauma, you know, just like family drama that I've experienced as a child, which definitely traumatized me. Also experiencing war when I was young, not for a long period of time, but even a short period of war have drastically traumatized me. Anytime I hear a siren, my heart starts pounding. It goes like 120 beats an hour, if not more. Also some other things that happened to me, like the earthquake and a few other incidents and traumas that I have experienced when I was younger, are still living in that body. And you know, I've shared with some of you that sometimes I experience anxiety. Reading this book explains clearly to me why I still do, because all of those traumas are still stored in the body. Now the good part, because the first part of the book is really long, it's about 18 hours. There's a lot of case studies that go through people's scenarios and what they've been through, real life case studies. So you are able to fully understand other people's life and relate it to your life. And then the second portion of the book is actually the the healing part. So what can we do to help ourselves heal? Of course, I'm not going to tell you the whole book, but some of the things that he mentions in the book is mindfulness, meditation, yoga, also sometimes in combination with traditional therapy. It can be life-changing. It can give you your life back. So if you have experienced trauma, or if you know somebody who has, definitely get your hands on this book. It will be life-changing. And the last favorite of the month is a little short and sweet book called Mastery of Love by Don Miguel Ruiz. This is my favorite book on relationships. It's a book that I recommend to all my friends and family. It's something that I've read years ago, and it's completely changed the way I look at relationship, my own relationship with myself and my relationships with other people. I think it's definitely been a game changer when Alex and I started dating, in the way we treat and respect and love each other. It's just this book that is so profound and is so full of wisdom that when you read it, you just become aware of this inner wisdom that you already have inside of yourself. It's definitely something I would recommend. Again, like I said, you can listen to it. I still recommend having a physical copy because I feel, and I'm holding a phone, but having the physical book is a completely different experience. It's a table book that you have to have in your house. If you want to have a better relationship with other people, you have to start with yourself. So this book will help you have a better relationship, understanding with yourself, a better love for yourself, and then naturally and organically better relationship with the rest of the world. And that is all I wanted to share with you guys today. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'd love to hear some of your favorites for the month of June, so make sure to leave me a comment down below. I love reading your comments. If you enjoy these favorites, then make sure to give this video a thumbs up. That will totally make my day. I love you guys, and I'll see you next week. Bye! I just can't escape the point. I can't believe the month has went by so... It adds that little... And... Years... Making it too long. Just... Guide the way in the dead of space.